Okay.
That's it?
How
That's
we
all you got for
doing?
the day?
Well, I thought there was, I couldn't
Okay.
tell if like Jack, honestly, there was a little bit of audio happening before this, and I couldn't tell if like the other thing was going to happen. So I was going to be like,
Oh,
okay.
gotcha. No, we're
Um,
here. We're here. What a good day, by the
yeah, it's
way.
real. Welcome in, everyone. Live reaction following a great day of hockey over in Italy. Tessa and Julia with you. If you don't follow Jocks and Jills already across social media, make sure you do that right now as we let everybody into the chat and get this thing firing up. Do you want to start a little bit? Can you tell us your thoughts on opening ceremonies before we bring in all of our friends and start talking about this game?
Mariah Carey, I was like, is that Mariah?
How
Like, I
did I
was
know you were going to
screaming
say
at
that
my
first? I was so
TV.
excited.
Yeah, Charlize Theron, love her. But Mariah was just like, come on. And then hitting the whistle tone, I was like, this is ridiculous. My dad's like, that's not Mariah. I'm like, Dad, who is it then? Like, that is, I don't know why you don't know that's Mariah. It's very Mariah Carey. And I was like, so excited. I loved it. I loved the way they committed to having like 3 separate opening ceremonies so everybody could take part. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, and it was just exciting and like emotional for me. And then hearing the story about how the head coach of Team Canada, Troy Ryan, offered up his spot to walk in the opening ceremonies for assistant coach Corey Chevry of Team Canada.
Yeah,
For
that's
those who
special.
don't know, Corey Chevry um, had COVID the last Olympics and unfortunately couldn't go over. However, she was working from home. She was clipping video. She was doing like Zoom meetings with the power plays and stuff. So she was highly committed to the point where I think in their picture she's up on a phone. Someone's holding her face up on the phone. They FaceTimed her. So he gave her the opportunity to walk, which was awesome, and it kind of brought tears to my eyes. For those who don't know, Corey Chevry and I were teammates and we're longtime friends. So made me happy that she actually got to experience that, and just goes to speak volumes of what Team Canada, stands for and what they're all about.
That's what I was going to say. Their whole motto is family, and the way they play, like that just lends to how they think that they're going to win this tournament, treating
Yep.
one another like family, everybody buying in, and it goes right down to the coaching staff. I thought that was really special.
I don't even know
Cassie's
if
got all the inside scoop stories.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's like how they're going to win, but it's definitely how they're going to give themselves the best shot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like this is our style of play. When everybody says, "Oh, what style of play?" Like, what's your team's identity? Our identity is us. Like
Our way. That's
our
their thing.
our way feels like family. That's amazing, and it's great, and it's beautiful. Is it going to be enough for them? I have no idea. They waited a long time to play this game. So let's
Yeah.
hop to it, because we waited a long time to watch them finally hit the ice, to a point where I was scratching my head at one point and I was like, a Swiss player is quarantined now.
I
I don't know if
know.
this is going to go. But then
I
as soon as
know.
Finland took the ice with the USA, I was like, game on. We're going. Let's
Yeah,
ride.
the reporting all day was good from Claire, from Haley Salvian, that this game was going to go down, but everybody was definitely
Yeah.
on pins and needles last night when Switzerland had that one player go down with the norovirus. Let's bring in 2 people that are over in Milan right now that could bring us right inside the rink. Everybody's going to be excited for this one. It's Cheryl Pounder and Kenzie Lalonde
And we are
live
live.
from Milan, Italy.
We
Hold
are
We
on.
are
live.
live.
Hold on. Is there a light on?
There's a light
Is
on,
there a
and I
light
have a
on?
sign. I
Okay.
made this specifically for you,
we are
Pounds.
live. We are live, Kenzie. There you go. Keep the glasses on, down. I keep them on.
Good job,
See the
everybody.
light? We're good. I don't have a chipped tooth. I'm not swearing. No
You look,
F-bombs. No nothing. I like my job.
you do.
Italy
And
Pounder is a vibe, let me tell you.
I know Pounder when she's at hockey tourneys, and it's a thing. And I'm so happy you're both experiencing. You guys are both glowing. That's an Olympic
Are
glow.
we?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's a new serum. They made me buy it.
that and we
Oh.
have professional makeup artists, but definitely the serum is what got her this sexy.
By Cinderella. Like, who's about
Cinderella
30
has
years my
blonde hair.
Yeah.
You both look
Hey
beautiful.
guys, good to see you.
I know. We've been waiting so long for this. We love it. And we've been waiting so long for Canada to take the ice. So let's start
I
there.
know.
Pounds, I was talking to Bucky's during the game at one point. She's like, oh, I don't know, scoreless after one period. I'm like, for whatever reason, Switzerland, similar to Finland, but Switzerland on the male and female side always play Canada so close for about a period and a half, maybe. They keep it close, like 2-0-ish, and then all of a sudden the wheels fall off. But that didn't happen this time. What do you think the reasoning for that was? I felt like Canada, in my opinion, I didn't know if they were going to have legs because they hadn't skated for 2 days, apparently. But I thought they came out skating hard. It was just polished stuff that I felt like was missing.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We watched obviously called the game yesterday when the Swiss played Czechia. And I think one of the comments that I'd made was this is a team that's trying to thrive, not just survive. And so what I found was even against the Canadians tonight, they did a nice job of trying to keep pucks on the inside initially to start as well. And then the second period, so, okay, the wheels are going to come off here. Canada's going to find a way to get to the back of the net. And they just didn't. And I think that the confidence of the Swiss, although they didn't show up in shot selection or anything like that, just felt like there's a different belief in them. And you're seeing some young players, Vanave. We've talked a lot about her, the skill set that she has. Of course, it's difficult. Guys coming up the ice, connected. That's not always going to happen. But I just felt like this was a team with more belief. You know, getting those block shots, and of course, Maurer playing outstanding. Keep it close early if you want a chance. But overall, you're right. We were expecting to have more of a lopsided score early, and it was nice to see that they were able to hang on and got some good chances. The ones that they did get were some high danger looks. So props to the Swiss and what they were able to do. And for Canada, yeah, it's about cleaning it up, but their specialty teams were great.
I am shocked that the bulk of Canada's goals came on the power play in this game. I mean, it's great to see. Just I figured you outshoot a team 17-2 in the first period, and then a bulk of your goals only come on the power play. Shocked by that, but to Switzerland's testament, Maurer was incredible. They blocked a lot of shot. We don't have shot blocks, but I'd love to know what Beckler's numbers are right now. Remarkable. So they made it difficult net front. Like they just kept getting in the way, and that can be hard to play against.
Big time.
Yeah.
You mentioned that they're there to thrive and not survive. That's a different identity for Switzerland. I like that shift. I feel like this is a tournament where they're actually taking a stand, and I think Maurer really got the memo on this one. You want to talk a little bit about her play?
Yeah, she's outstanding. And here's the question: Brantley, seeing 2 games in a row, and we knew that they would likely share the net and push for the front run. Then when Maurer started yesterday, we're kind of looking at one another, and she played excellent, obviously winning in that shootout fashion. But when I say thread, even for Mueller today, and for any of your viewers, if you were watching the game, there was just taking the puck. I'm going to go, and I'm going to try and be a difference maker. I'm not going to sit back when I have the puck. And I just felt like that was the difference. And it was led by her. And you get that feeling, we're in the building and you can see it. You can feel it. It's a different urgency. I'm not just going to sit back, let you take. You know, we're going to put our goaltender in net who we think can win back-to-back games too, right? That was a question mark. Are they going to go back-to-back with her? So yeah, we've played for the better quarterfinal matchup. It's almost right now. Push. I'm going to try and put our best foot forward.
We caught most of that. Kenzie, you mentioned the power play and, it being strange that the team, wasn't thriving as much 5-on-5, but sometimes it's like your golf game. Some days your drive's humming and then other days your short game's on fire. Do you think that the 5-on-5 was showing you enough that, with more practice in a couple games, it might polish itself off?
Yeah, I think we saw in-game adjustments from Troy Ryan, playing and plugging new players on different lines. Coming into this game, I was shocked to see Julia Gosling up there with MPP and Stacy, but I thought it worked really well. We saw how lethal Gosling's shot can be. So there's a lot of tweaking I think we're going to see from this lineup over the course of the tournament. And that can help finding some consistency with 5-on-5. I don't know about you guys, but do you prefer to play consistently with the same person, or do you mind coming in and out with new combinations? I think with Team Canada, they're so used to playing with one another. Troy Ryan has tinkered the lineup over the course of the year, so they're used to that. But it'll be interesting to see how much tinkering does happen and how much that can impact 5-on-5 play.
I'm surprised they did it. Tournament. Score as well. I'm surprised we're not a fast, but almost 10 minutes in the first period. I'll tell you that. I was kind of looking at numbers. This game really isn't in jeopardy, doesn't feel it, but then you look up and you say, hey, it's a 1-0 game. So I was a little surprised those adjustments were made right off the hop. But yeah, you're at the Olympic Winter Games, short-term tournament, got to find the chemistry, get her moving.
You might hate this next take, but hear me out. I want to see Pooh and Stacy play on a different line. I know the internet's coming after me. Don't worry. I know. Thoughts on that? Maybe try out a Daryl Watts and a Sarah Fillier with her and have a true number 1 line.
Ooh. I'm in. That sounds like great television.
Yeah.
It's fun and entertaining. One of the things that I noticed, especially with Watson Finland, but your left, right, so right off the hop, the hint is.
Hold on, before you continue, Pounds, I want you to talk towards the microphone so we can actually hear you, because it's on Kenzie's side, so we can hear her good. I really want to get your take on this.
Just got a little bit of the stream reloading here, Tessa, but once we get him, we got you back.
We live?
We
Yeah.
live. We
Sorry
live.
about that. Sorry about that. I got a phone call.
Every time I gotta ask, guys, because my mouth.
You got to reconfirm. I get it.
Yeah. So
Phone call
what's your
coming
take?
in.
Sorry, talk towards the speaker when you do.
Well, they've been playing together so
Your
long.
speaker is in your ear.
Right,
Oh,
well,
is it?
using hers, we're gonna need.
It's
Okay,
AirPods.
Let
keep
me
going.
use her AirPod. How gross is that? By the
Yeah,
way,
you're good.
We've shared a lot worse.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we need
It's after
Italian
hours.
vino. We need Italian vino for that. It's tough because to me, we've said that in Montreal before. We think Stacey can drive along as well. The thing with Poulin and Phoenix, I've been looking for almost 4 years now for her. Poulin is one of those players. She sees the puck, she distributes it. If she can beat you to the corner, she's going to. So you find there with the creative awareness and skill has been the challenge. And so I'm not adverse to that. Skill with points. Is there enough puck? That kind of idea. Or Stacey is a true F1. She goes and she gets the puck. She disrupts. So I don't want Poulin, in down below the goal line to slot area. They're down below the goal line. You saw Philly tonight. I thought she played with an edge. She was hard on the puck. So I definitely like the combination of Philly as well as Watts together. From what we saw tonight, we were talking a little bit about it. Interesting. I would not be adverse to it. I like Cece with her. That there's chemistry there. They can play together. But I also liked Gardner there. I liked Gardner there at the World Championships last year because you have to be able to get out of the way too. When you play with the best players in the world, you have to have an uncanny sense of where to go, what pockets you got to get to, and you got to almost think like they do. And it's really difficult to do when you're talking about Marie-Philippe Poulin. So to me, it's going to be interesting to changing it, even though I do know that it works. But but sometimes when you have your top end skill all together, sometimes it clashes too.
Yeah, that's true. How excited were you guys to see Spooner score that first goal, Kenzie, and to have that call?
Oh, her reaction. I'm pretty sure she jumped up and
Her
down
feet
when
left
she
the
scored that
ground.
goal. Her feet left the
It was
ground,
so
Julia.
perfect.
Her feet left the ground. And I loved Claire's conversation with her in the intermission, just saying, this time around, you're a mom. And she said, oh, yeah, I'm sure Rory's at home and cheering Go Canada. And so you can just tell it means that much more to her. So that was really special. It was like when we called the goal when she returned after giving birth to the World Championship in 2023, and she scored the opening goal in the tournament. Like, those moments are just so significant, and she doesn't hold back emotion, and so you can get that tangible piece of how much it meant to her. So that was really significant. But also Julia Gosling scoring her first goal, Daryl Watts. A lot of these firsts are happening, and you can see the emotion on their faces, and you want to just take Canada along for the ride and help educate them on who they are and where they're coming from and what's their story. So it's been really fun, and we're only one game in for Canada.
And that's what's great for all those players, is just to get that milestone out of the way. You know what I mean? Get it out of the way, get those emotions out, move on, business.
And with people at home, if you're putting in your fifth Olympics, it doesn't make it any less, right? Sometimes it's very different. And so when I saw Spooner score that goal, I also looked at the time on ice. After 20 minutes, should have been at 20, 3 shifts. And is it the 13th forward coming in there? Can play up and down the lineup, can keep it light. She's the type of player that can play with anyone because she can joke with you, she can light you up, she can do all of those things. So one of those players that can just do worse things. And then on the power play, which I think is just her secret sauce, the blue paint. And to go through remember that experience where you've been on the team and you know you're fighting for your spot, and then the emotion around that.
Yeah.
And then you step on the ice in your first game of the Olympics to this team. You mean multiple things, and the ACL surgery, you swear that see the jump and the smile, and it's like, you're trying to be impartial, but you're like, oh, that's good, but no, like you're attached to it, and it is different. You know, you're not sure if you're going to be, and you're not sure if you're going to be.
Yeah.
Sure. It's just it's the emotion of the Olympics, and it's inspiring.
Absolutely.
To be honest with you, it's inspiring.
Well, we don't want to keep
Yeah.
you from any Italian vino, and Poundy, we just have to tell you that your AirPod does not like you.
It's
Kenzie,
so
your
funny.
AirPod
Like, it's the
loves
most
you.
on-brand
We
thing
may
ever.
need to
Kenzie's audio is
do some
perfect.
surgery on it now that it's.
So
Hey,
your earwax
I'm
is
kidding.
getting in the
I
way,
love that
Pounds.
for me. Love that for
Kenzie's audio
me.
perfect. Cheryl's is dicey, and it's just the way it's meant to be. You know?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
just,
you know, I'm pure chaos. Do you know what?
that
We
sounded
can't
good.
even hear what you're
I've been
saying,
here a
so
week.
that's great.
That did sound really good for a second. We bring you in, we torment you with audio, but we love you both so much. Thank you
Love
for
you guys. See you soon.
Yeah,
coming
you
in. Yeah, we can't
will.
wait to see you. You do such an amazing job. Thank you. We love you too. Have fun.
Bye.
We're still live, Pounds.
Yeah.
Those two are the best. Yeah, we were both so excited for Natalie Spooner to get that goal. Like,
Yeah.
we texted one another right away. It was so cool.
Some of the things I just wanted to touch on and go over a little bit was the whole block shots thing. It's hard playing against a team because Switzerland and Finland used to do this a lot back when I played, is they trap and they clog the middle. And there's like a hard way to figure out how to get your offense truly going. You get wildly frustrated. You think you can sauce one through. You hope you got a seeing eye shot. And it's just like you're on yourself about it. Everybody's kind of getting frustrated, but you're keeping the morale high because you're scoring. Bucky's and I were talking, and I was like, they just have to find a way to create a 2-on-1, if you will, and execute it properly with the proper timing, because there was
Yeah.
times where it was not executed with good timing. Because if you look, the Swiss were so responsible in coming back. There was always enough bodies back in the frame. They played so well, I thought. So for Canada, it was really a good learning lesson for them to try and figure out how to generate offense in different ways and not necessarily the ways that they're used to, if you will.
Yeah, just before we bring in Swiss legend Florence Schelling, a couple things I wanted to touch on with Pounds, but I didn't want to have her keep talking with her audio situation.
I know.
But I don't feel like we talked about it enough when we had Courtney on during our last live show, and she reminded us how everybody had the flu really bad in 2002.
Yep.
And she kind of slid in there like, maybe we should replay that game. And I'm like, I need to see that live in action. We got to pitch it to Cheryl. We got to pitch it to Cassie. Like, we need everybody involved in redo.
It
of
would be the most
2002
entertaining beer league game you would ever see.
It would be epic.
Oh, yeah.
Just again, before we bring in Florence, we said Cassie Campbell-Pascal had all the inside scoop, of course. She's so involved with Hockey Canada, just a legend, and on the broadcast now for CBC, involved with us here at the PWHL as well. And she noticed on Poulin's stick the inscription. CBC got kind of a blurry photo of what it said, but it said, "Her first, your last, our best," with Poulin's signature smiley face. And if we hadn't all been crying already at opening ceremonies and Natalie Spooner scoring, the broadcast pointing that out definitely caught our attention.
Yeah, apparently it was saying that they all had an emotional meeting and picked it for themselves. And I don't know. I like it. The fact that Pooh is putting it on her stick, is she like subliminally telling us that like this is her last? I have no idea. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I like it. Play like it's I think it's play like it's your first, play like it's your last. Give it
Yeah.
your best kind of thing. I don't know. Regardless, I loved it.
Me too. And again, just the Olympics and the emotion around them it just gets you feeling a type of way.
Yeah.
Okay, I mentioned it. Let's bring in a legend now from Jocks Next Gen, and of course, Swiss goaltending legend. It's Florence Schelling here on Jocks and Jills. Let's bring her in. Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We're great. Flo stayed up late night for us, which we
Guys,
appreciate. She's got a
yeah.
bebé at home. It's so late in
And it's
Switzerland.
midnight.
So
We're making her party, burning the
Thank-
midnight oil on J&J.
Let's go.
that's just
do
what we
it.
do. But you're seriously the best person we could talk to right now. Seeing Saskia Maurer throw up games like that. She's been so good for Switzerland in their first two games. What do you know about her and her game, and what stood out to you so far?
She's an absolutely phenomenal goaltender. She was my goalie when I was coaching the U18 national team, and I saw her basically growing up ever since she was 16 years old, and so it's been a true pleasure. And like you guys saw it now playing against Canada, you saw her playing yesterday against Czechia, and she's an absolute brick wall. Like the way she moves down low, she
Yeah.
closes up everything. Like
It
chances are like 99.9% sure that if a puck comes low, like she's quick on her feet.
there was
She's right there.
I can't remember who it was in front that had like point blank shot, and she was like, nah. And I was like, that's a surefire goal. Like, how the hell?
Yeah.
Is she the legitimate number one? Was she the legitimate number one for Switzerland coming in?
I don't think so.
No?
I'm pretty sure that Andrea Brandli is the number one goalie for Team Switzerland. However, she was not in the lineup yesterday. She wasn't feeling well. She wasn't in the lineup today, and Saskia Maurer really she showed up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we will see Andrea Brandli in net against the US,
Mhm.
and then I'm curious how it's gonna
Wow.
develop,
But
because Saskia, like, she
I was
showed
gonna
up
say,
and she
but
Can't
will
performed.
take her
we?
out right now.
Well, will we? Like, she's been playing so well. How do you not gift her the net?
Well, there's like the thing that you have to like. We just saw it now against Canada, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was a tight game for a long time, but was it really tight? Like, looking at the shots on net,
Right.
it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
Looking at like puck possession and so on, it wasn't a tight game.
Mhm.
So we're gonna see a similar game against the US. And so it's all about like, hey, like, are we playing to win a game, or are we playing basically to survive?
Right.
And then like really focus on the teams that you can actually win against. And that it was Czechia yesterday, and that is going to be Finland in the last game.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of PWHL GMs were watching this game and had their heads turned a little bit. You think there's a chance that Mara will go to the PW?
I think she has the potential
Yeah.
to be a goalie in the PW, but like she came over for NCAA
Mhm.
and then left again.
Right.
So she went back to Switzerland, and not sure if it's like a culture thing that like or I don't know what it was, but she came back, I think, after a year.
Right.
And she's doing really well in Switzerland. She's playing in Bern. She's like clearly their number one goalie. She's performing every single game that she gets the net. And you see it now. Like she plays in the Swiss league, and here she is. Like she's performing on like the biggest international stage there is.
Yeah. And performing friggin' well. Like, my
Yeah.
goodness. As far as, how many block shots and stuff, is that the style of hockey that you recognize from Switzerland when you guys are preparing to play against a Team Canada or USA?
Yeah.
You're used to seeing 5 goalies in front of you?
Yeah, like like it was funny for me like watching these games now, because I'm like, oh my god, like Switzerland has developed so much. They've gotten so much better like playing in the defensive zone. Back when I was still playing, I remember in Sochi, I think it was in the semifinal, we played against Canada and we lost that game 3-1, and I had 69 shots against. And now it's like, hey, wait, like we got
Yeah.
tons of less shots on net. It's still a lot, but there's less. So I think like the whole like defensive game has developed incredibly, like actually having that fire inside where you're like, hey, I'm gonna go out and block shots. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but I'm still there. Still gonna do it. So I think that has like really developed and shown in that game.
We got a really good question because I wouldn't be able to answer it, from Joe Wacko 9796. When the goalies are facing 1 to 3 shots a period, how easy or how do they stay in the game? How hard is it, basically, or easy is it? Additionally, when the other goalies are facing 50 plus shots, how do they stay grounded?
That is a phenomenal question. And here I'm going to have a shout out to Amarin Smashmeyer and Aaron Frankel as well, because those goalies, they're not facing a whole lot of shots. And to me, that is harder, so much harder staying in the game if there's barely any shots on you. We just saw it now in the Swiss Canada game. Like, the shots that are coming, they're like dangerous. They're not like very predictable. They're like not like necessarily off like a rush that was like expected, but it was more of like, hey, here's a surprise. And so staying in those games is extremely difficult. It's a whole lot of mental work to really stay in it. Like,
You're just visualizing the whole time and just going through your motions. That's what you're doing.
Because physically, you're like, I'm not worried about that. You're gonna stay warm. Like, you're still moving with, like, you're following the puck. You're still moving your body the whole time. The temperature in the arena and so on. Like, you're staying like warm. That's not an issue. But like in your head, to like not just like mentally switch off, or like, hey, there's like people in the stands.
Yeah, I would be
let
so
me watch
distracted.
that.
I would not.
That is extremely hard. And so like a huge shout out to the goalies that perform this well if they're not facing a whole lot of shots. That is like a mental challenge, and they are succeeding very well. And on the other hand, if you're like Saskia Maurer tonight, like you're constantly getting shots, you basically don't have a second where you're like thinking about anything else. It's just like, hey, okay, shot here. I'm just going through the
Is it
motions.
flow state almost when you're 69 shots and you're
Pun
looking at
intended,
that many?
flow state.
Yeah, you're literally like, you're just
New
going
segment.
through the motions. Like, you're like, okay, face off here, setting up, like staying square to the puck, movement, lateral movement, slides here, slides there. You're just going with the flow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many new segment names. We got it. Buckles, please write these down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm naming my firstborn Florence just so she has that many
Flow
segment
state.
options. And hopefully she's as good of a goalie. Could we go back and talk a little bit about the win over Czechia? It's been, honestly, in my mind, it's the best game of the Olympics so far. Goes all the way to a shootout. But how much grit did this Switzerland team show in being able to come all the way back against a Czechia team that's gained a lot of strength in the last couple of years too?
Switzerland like was in the game like during the whole time, right? And like going into the third, it's like, well, will they get it back? Will they like tie the game, and so on? And what I always said was like, a 2-1 lead is literally the worst lead that you can have.
Yeah.
Because like it's one goal and the game is tied. It's fully open again. So like if you're behind by one goal, all you have to do is like put pressure on, like create chances, put pressure on the Ds, make sure that they're making mistakes. And I think like that's exactly what Switzerland did coming into that third period. They were pressuring the Czech players. They were going. And then they got scored on again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that to me, then, like the way the Swiss team reacted after getting scored on that third goal, that was the game changer in that game to me, because they did not give up. They weren't like you saw it in their like body language.
If anything, they got more pissed off, it felt like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's a change of mentality, because usually when that would happen when we would play against you guys, it was like game's over, pack it in.
Yep. Exactly. And so that like we heard it before. I think Pound said it, if maybe Kenzie, I don't know.
Who could hear
about
it?
the fact that
Chaffee?
like they believe, right?
Yeah.
They have that belief that they are skilled, that they can win games, and that they can beat a Czechia.
And no surprise
that's
that Alina
exactly what
Mueller
they
was the
showed.
one that started it, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Who's going to start the comeback? Alina's like, oh, fine. All
Here
right.
we go.
No better player to do that than Alina.
Yeah. Do you know Alina that well? Like, can you just, if you do, can you speak to like what she's got that bronze medal from Beijing, right? Like, how much does that add to the locker room, having her and Lara Stalder, one of my favorite all-time international players? I just absolutely love her in the room with all those rookies. They have the experience of being at this tournament and winning a medal.
Yeah. I mean, Alina was my teammate actually when in Sochi when
Sochi,
when
Yeah.
we
she's
won
15.
in 14. Yeah, she was 15 years old. She was making her Olympic debut. And like already back then, like the influence she had with like her skills on the ice, we don't have to talk about it. Everybody sees that. Like
Yeah.
she's an exceptional player. But like even the influence she has on the team, like inside the locker room with the personality that she brings, like she's such a grounded person. And yet she has like that itch inside of her. She wants to get better every single day. She works hard, she trains hard. Like she sees everything. Like she's like, okay, I want to get there. I'm doing everything to get there. And at the same time, she brings everybody along. She
Yeah.
has that power to really like you know, influence her teammates, making sure that they're staying positive, that they believe, and that they like can become better players also thanks to what she's doing. And so like even like again from Sochi, that is quite a few years ago,
Yeah.
to like now, like the way she's just been developing, like obviously on the ice, absolutely remarkable, but the person that she is, like she's such like a true value add in every single team that she plays on.
With her and with the change in mindset and Finland being sick, do you feel like it's almost a shoe-in for Switzerland to finish third in this group? Or did you see enough from Finland today where you're like, wait a minute, they got some jam in there. Like they weren't all sick.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they weren't all sick.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
I don't know. I don't like the way they played today. Like they might have been sick. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that bad, but they didn't look bad. Like today,
Yeah.
they showed up. They created chances. They skated for the 60 minutes and everything. And until Switzerland plays the Finns, it's 4 days from
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure by the time Switzerland will play them, they will be like fully recovered.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I truly believe that Switzerland has a shot at winning against Finland.
Nice.
Yeah.
On the Czechia side of things, you and I were texting about this before we came up. Someone asked, who is it? Ruth Goldenberg, 9929. Why do you think they did not play Klara Peslarova? Question for Florence.
So I actually think that like she has a good season in the SDHL, but she hasn't had that much playing time. She's sharing the net with Ena Nyström. I talked about her on Jocks Next Gen a couple of times, the Norwegian goalie, and she's been performing really well. And so she's been like sharing the net with her. And I think Hezova like has like she has gotten ice time. She has played a lot. And like at this point, I'm like, I'm not sure if she's like the backup goalie or if she's their number one goalie.
You're not sure she's the number one anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense. I mean, if she's sharing the net and she's playing mediocre or just okay, then you kind of have to go with who's hot. It's the Olympics after all.
Exactly.
Can't mess around.
And I think that's what we're seeing now with Czechia. I think we're also seeing it with Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Sweden, you would have probably expected to see Emma Söderberg in net.
That's how
we
you
have
say it.
Svensson Treff that play both games now. So
That was beautiful.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Say
Yeah.
those names again because we need to practice.
I gotta.
We
I'm
need
gonna
to be
replay that
better at
tonight when
this.
I'm going to sleep.
Treff. Soderberg.
Yeah, I did not say
Is that
it as
right?
nice as you did.
Söderberg.
It was beautiful. We were having kind of a similar conversation with Courtney Kennedy yesterday.
Yeah.
Aaron Frankel obviously looks unbeatable right now for the United States, but we were kind of tossing it back and forth on, is she for sure number one, or are we going to see Gwyneth Phillips get an opportunity here with how excellent she's been for the Ottawa Charge and how great we know she could play when the moment's at its biggest?
I actually think that Gwyneth will get a start for sure.
Yeah, me too.
These are her first Olympics. She might be in net against Switzerland because like why not? Like why not give her that start?
Like as a defender too, like I'm sure you're your defenders told you this, but like when your number one like bomb ass goalie is in net, you feel like you're just more free out there a little bit because you
Yeah.
always save our bacon, Florence. But like that wouldn't switch from me from
Yeah.
Frankel to Gwyneth.
I
That'd be
agree.
like same pie. Nothing
agree.
changes, you know?
Yeah.
I agree.
Did you two ever have the opportunity to play on the same team, or did you just play against one another?
No, she played in
internationally?
Brampton when I played for Toronto in the CWHL.
We played
Said with
against each other a
disdain.
bunch of times.
Yeah.
Never
It
on the
was
same team,
so much
just
fun
in the
for me,
podcast
trying
world.
to figure out how to score in Florence. It was like, God damn it, get out of the way. Stop being good.
I feel like that's a good place to leave it. We'll pump your tires as hard as we can, Flo. You deserve every bit of it. Thank you so much for staying up late night with us.
Of course.
Appreciate you. Everyone, make sure you listen to all the episodes of Jocks Next Gen while we're in this Olympic break. And Flo will be joining us through this Olympics to talk about goalies and talk a little bit to Team Switzerland too. So thank you so much, Flo. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Any day of the week. So lucky to be joined by just Hall of Famers and
Legend.
legends in and out on this show.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys never, like, not even on a beer league team, you guys never got to play together.
No, maybe the PW will do something and we can all just play. I don't know. It would be nice to
like
have
it.
her as attendee.
Right?
Yeah.
And
I
she
wouldn't
seems
be
like a
mad.
great teammate too. Like she's got great energy.
Flo's a
like,
good time.
Yeah.
Courtney Burchard, former coach of the Boston Fleet,
I've heard the red wine
can confirm.
stories.
Yeah.
Like,
Flo's a
we-
beauty.
We need a Jocks and Jills party very soon. We talked about this a couple times.
On Jackie's houseboat. All right, let's get to USA Finland.
Yes. Okay, let's go back a little bit to this afternoon. We touched on it a bit with Florence Schelling. Congratulations to Hillary Knight. I can't believe we've made it
Yeah.
deep in this show without
Yo, I
saying
was
it.
scared for a minute though there.
Yeah, hate to see that. So she ties Natalie Darwitz and Katie King for most goals at the Olympics by American. She's got 14. If she gets another one, she'll have sole ownership of that record, which she
she will.
deserves and just feels fitting and right for the GOAT that she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it came right after. So funny. We're texting like, oh my gosh, is Hill okay? Like her knee, like that looked kind of scary. Immediately scores from beneath the goal line,
Yeah.
nonetheless, just in the most Hill way ever. But yeah, I hate to see any scary moments at the Olympics. We've talked about it. It just makes you sick for these players
I
work
know.
so hard to get here. Like you want them to be bubble wrapped, but they
I
have
know.
to play hard. I can't imagine what you go through mentally when, especially if you've been hurt in the past. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
you could speak to them.
Any athlete really, like you see the snowboarders and stuff going through their practice runs or qualifying runs or whatever, and they get injured on them, and it's like, what,
Ugh,
man?
I know.
That's brutes. But congrats to Hillary. My heart fell to my stomach as soon as she took the hit, she went down. I like yelled. I'm like, she's hurt,
She never gets off the ice like that.
and she rolled, and I was like, that's not Hill.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And when they finally went back and slow played the replay, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like her left knee. Please let her left knee be okay. Like whatever God is out there, if there is one, just heal it immediately for everyone's sake, please.
Yeah.
To a point where I was like talking myself off of a ledge, where I was like, look, if Lindsey Vaughn, let that be the inspiration, you know? Like if it's bad, then just throw a brace on it. Make her play fourth line minutes. Just it's Hillary's last Olympics and she will play, damn it. Like I was just like
Yeah.
so thrown. But anyway, she scores and then I laughed and I was like, why would I ever doubt her?
Yeah.
You know, it's Hill. Love that the Americans had 5 goals and 5 different goal scorers. That's scary depth. Their lines are cruising and cooking. Karpaisi Keller.
I know.
This game, Buckles texted me. She was like, Meg. I'm like, girl, that was one of the best games I've seen her play in a long time.
She looks unbelievable. Like
On
she's been
fire.
getting better in the last couple seasons.
But like this game in particular, I was just like, Meg's everywhere. Like this is unbelievable. Taking it to the net, that nice backhand move that she scored on was a thing of beauty. I loved her game. I love what I'm seeing. And like sometimes I feel like there's games where like, and that's why Megan Keller's one of the best D in the world. And, you know, it was just like a solid defensive game where everyone's like, okay. But like a solid defensive game for Megan Keller is the best defensive game I have ever played in my whole
In the
entire
world.
life. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
And then she adds this offensive flair that she had in this game. And I was like, booyah, there she is. And it's like, put everyone on notice. Like, it's not just these young guns that are going to be on the back end that are going to be freewheeling and throwing pucks on net. And it's not just going to be the studs up front. Like, Megan Keller is here to contribute, and she's on a warpath. Like, this team to me and Megan doing that just spoke volumes about like what it means to do this stuff for Hill. And I honestly think that's what's driving this team. And I love it. I love thinking that it's true, which I'm going to assume it is. And they kind of told us that it was. But like that would drive me to play my best hockey ever. I would want to do that for my teammate more than anything, is just
Yeah.
send him off with that gold.
Both the Americans and the Canadians seem really motivated in that way with those veteran cores. And you put this in here, but I love the fact that the US has the vet power play and the
Yeah.
rookie power play. And I love how much Robo loves when the vet power play scores.
Yeah,
He's like, those are my vets.
That's his jam.
That's why they're out there. They're
It's funny
still
because
PP1.
it's funny because he's very much a young gun kind of guy. You know what I
Right?
mean? But it's the vets plus Layla, might I add.
Yes. Yeah.
And I love that this power play runs through Layla. And Courtney Kennedy touched on it the last time we spoke. On was it Hillary's goal? No, on Carp's goal, the first goal. She literally her deception is world class and above and beyond anyone's because she's such a freaking threat with her shot. You have to honor her shot. So the second she turns to net, she can snap that thing like she's shooting an alley. Like it's unfair. And so you have to honor it. And she makes everyone bite. And then the soft little backhand dish to the middle to Carp just to wire one home. I was like, what can't Layla Edwards do? I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know. Layla
I know.
Edwards, you guys can do anything and everything she wants. And I'm here for it.
Yeah. It's just a thrill to watch her. Like, I'm so
It's too
happy
easy.
for her. She's on video game mode at all times.
Dude, yes.
yeah,
That's what it is.
He's going to be such a star. She's already such a star, but
Oh,
I
what's
feel
her
like
ranking going to be on the next game?
on NHL, oh my gosh, I can't imagine. I just know that the entire United States is gonna. They've already kind of gotten a little sneak peek at her from the Worlds in Utica when she was MVP. Like I feel like her star has been rising, but this Olympics is just gonna catapult her into another
Yeah,
stratosphere. I'm
she's sick.
so excited to see it. She deserves all of it. She's unbelievable. Also, yeah, it's something about those vet defenders like Lee Steckline. She hasn't scored at this Olympics yet, but she's been ripping it up in the PW.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with those vets. They've got a little offense in their
They still
game all
got
of a sudden.
juice. Those vets got juice.
They got juice.
Absolutely.
I guess playing next to KK would kind of be like, okay, I guess I could fire the puck and jump up if she's going to be doing all that. I
Yeah.
guess I could be doing
I
a
can
little
do this one
something
time.
back here.
The other line that stuck out to me was the Heisey Curl Murphy line this game. I was like, oof. Literally, Ed watched, I want to say like 7 minutes of the game before he had
So
to dip out.
mean. Like they're so mean.
And he was like, who's on this line? And I was like, this line's a problem.
And Heisey and Murphy have awesome chemistry too. Like
Blindfolded. Put them
love-
blindfolded. It's crazy.
They know where one another
Yeah.
is. I don't know which word to use there. On the ice at all times. Don't know. But they always know where one another are.
Yeah, are. I think it's are. Where they are.
That's great.
I agree. And it was crazy. I got to give a shout out to Sani Ahala as well because she played a hell
Yes.
of a game. Like, I hope someone was just feeding her Gatorade at the end of the game. Like, let me undo your pads here. Just sip on this. It's okay. I'll bring you a snack. Because, like, she put up numbers. Like, she faced a total of 49 shots, and they weren't easy. Those
No.
were not easy shots.
No. And it's not an easy spot for her too. Like I'm just looking up right now. How many games has she played in the PW this year? Two games for the
Yeah.
Ottawa Charge. So I heard
Quesala's for sure their number one,
Yeah.
I'm going to say. But, like, after that, is she? Frig, man. Who's going to do better than that?
I don't know. You definitely got to respect that game because she was unbelievable in this. Like
Yeah.
I love to see her do so well, honestly. And like I said, pretty tough to go between the pipes when you haven't played that much this season. And Claire Hanna mentioned that was something that Finland was thinking about, that she hasn't seen that many pucks this year, but sure saw a lot of pucks in that game and definitely looked comfortable seeing them. We want to bring in Bucky's here for our little, post-game chat with Bucks.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, bring her in because she just put a good question in the chat. And I like,
Oh,
look at the bangs on the
perfect.
girl. She had her hair done recently.
Hey
She's
girls,
so
what's
fancy.
up? Emma Buckles, how are you?
I'm doing much better now. I'm loving the chat. We're getting some great questions right now, you guys.
Okay, feed us a couple.
You guys, feel free to light Buckles up in that chat. Like, have fun with it, okay?
or us, like
Yeah.
I'm
Guys, I
saying
want
dumb
the
stuff all
tea.
the time.
I want the tea. Yeah, like if one of us looks amazing, like also let us know. Like that's okay, you know?
If you think we look cute, if you like our makeup, please.
Please fire that in. Okay. Actually, I'm going to start off with a really, really heavy hitting question here. It's from Brooke J9181. What are your guys' thoughts on the white skates?
I
Team
don't.
Canada's-
I don't like those skates. They bug me. I'm sorry. I put
Wait,
it
I
in our
thought you
chat.
texted me that you liked them.
I did not. I said, guys, I can't with those skates.
Oh my God. I literally read it the opposite. I read it the absolute
They-
opposite. I thought you said you liked them, and I was like, I can't
Do
see
not.
you liking the white. No,
No,
I'm
I
too
can't.
classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't make my eyes feel good, particularly. But
Yeah.
now that we've gotten that hard hitting one out of the way, we got a great question from Raiden7405. Do you
I
guys
see
think there
this.
will be any big changes to the USA's lines for their game against Canada?
No, I think
don't
the other
think-
way around. I think
Yeah.
Canada's going to shuffle a bit. I think USA's on cruise control. Cruise control.
Yeah. That seems to be how
If-
it goes though. USA's always like USA. They kind of know. No, that's not how it always is set up. But in the last 6 months, it's how it's been set up. Canada tinkering all the time, and USA kind of knowing exactly who plays well. with
Yeah.
who.
I wouldn't
think-
be touching anything with them right now.
No, if
No.
anything on the back end, maybe shuffle a bit because I'm like their defensive game. I'm not fully impressed on yet. If that's fair to say.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there, but I think Robo's quite happy with what he's got. Like he's looking at his painting, being like, put it in the loop. You know what I mean? Like he's like, this is beautiful.
I need to reiterate how just that one goal, Heise's goal today, like Murphy, she makes it look so easy, but to tee up a pass like that and get a defender to bite,
You and I were
like,
going off on it.
oh my goodness, like it's
her
She
thing.
makes it look
It's sick.
easy, everybody, but it really is a whole other talent level. I really like that line. Yeah,
That to me about Heisey is even more impressive because she does it so often. So people kind of have to be expecting that she's going to do it, but she still gets you on it. Like how?
100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, this is perfect. Another question from the chat. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the Canada lines and the D pairings to kind of go off of that? You said that there'd be some changes. What changes do you guys want to see?
The internet
Well-
was upset about the first D pairing being Renata Fast and Jocelyn Larocque.
Why?
I
Why
don't
is that?
know. I don't
They're
know.
a long time hockey
They've been
couple.
like the D pairing.
I was gonna say,
forever.
They're a D
iconic.
couple, guys.
And honestly,
They
I
didn't
don't
break up.
think. No, they didn't break up. Like, don't be putting that on my radar. I don't think that Canada, like, they were listed as the first D pairing. I don't know. I haven't seen time on ice or anything to that effect yet. But I don't think people should get that up in arms by them being listed first on the.
I will say
on the
this:
sheet.
it took me until period 2 to notice Shelton and Ambrose. I didn't hear their name called very much. I thought Sophie Jakes and Claire Thompson were money in the bank. I
yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed that D pairing. I would not touch that. And I thought Katie Tabin in that number 7 role when she did get her shifts, I thought I was impressed. I was just like, okay, good. You didn't try and do too much. You did exactly what you had to do, and that's the end of it. As far as the forward lines go, are we going to touch those? I would like to see Pooh and Stacy change lines. I want to see Bucky's. You and I were talking about this. Just put Philly and Watts and Pooh together. Just give us a
Please.
minute. Give it a minute for all of
Please.
us.
Have we seen anything like that before? He didn't try that at rivalry series at all.
Not to my
No.
understanding, but I'm begging for it, you guys. I think
Yeah.
that would actually be the best line.
Yeah.
At
And this
this
is no
Olympics.
Stacey
knock
and Pooh
on
have been
Nursey,
apart for Montreal for a bit too, right?
Yeah, this is no knock on Nursey on that line because Nursey got a really a few sick opportunities in this game. Obviously Philly and Watt scoring, but like that line is great too. But I just want to see what would happen if Pooh was there, and
It's
I
more-
want Pooh and Stacy just to have a little bit of a break.
It's
You know,
more of a
they play
testament
together everywhere.
to like the chemistry that Watts and Philly have, and just thinking about like Pooh in that mix as well. It's just like, yeah. Like it would be easy mode on Xbox.
I liked the Malte line as well. I was okay. Blair, I wanted to see a little bit more finish on her. She had a lot of great chances, and if that line can find a way just to polish their offensive game a bit, in a sense that like finishing the opportunities that you're getting there, that's going to be a problem for everybody. And Canada needs them to do that. And I say this lightly, everybody. I'm not ripping on them. They haven't skated in 48 hours, and this was their first game of the Olympics. Okay, they did just fine. It was perfect. O'Neill, Gardner,
Jenner?
who's on that line? Jenner, right?
Mhm.
I didn't mind that line as well. I felt like
I liked it.
they were buzzing and they were doing exactly what they needed to do. They were momentum shifters. They were creating opportunities when and where they could, and they were not a reliability in the D zone. So, yeah, do I expect to see shuffling? I kind of do. I'm not gonna lie on Canada. I feel like that's just the Troy Ryan way, isn't it? Sometimes.
Right? Like he gets his little cards out.
Yahtzee.
He's
Yeah.
shuffling around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm interested
But-
to see. I've just pulled up the time on ice. Jocelyn Larocque and Renata Fast played. Renata played 23 minutes. Jocelyn played 21. That was the most among defenders. And then Ella Shelton played 19. Aaron Ambrose played 14. So
Yeah.
fair enough.
Something that I'm not touching if I'm Team Canada though, is that power play. Spooner net front, and then we have Pooh, Philly, Watts, and then Renata Fast up top. Like that. That's a thing of beauty right there. I'm pretty steadfast in that they're gonna keep that around for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say that. I would say that one hangs around. Yeah, that's a beauty.
Yeah.
Anything else from the chat here, Box?
Guys, those were the big questions.
Those were the heavy hitters?
People
Yo.
are firing more and more, but those were the ones that I had in mind. So
Someone's got some sty suggestions. They
Oh, is
talked
it for
about
me?
the white skates, but I also don't really like the black pants. I would have liked red pants for Canada
I
with the
would like
white
that.
jerseys.
I
That's
would
pretty
like that
sick.
too.
Like that's
Not
pretty sick.
against it.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I agree that would elevate the white skates.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. And I say this having skated in those white Fedorov Nikes as a kid.
Nice.
I just, for whatever reason, I don't like the way these ones look on the ice. It's whatever. Are there going to be any more upset games? I think Switzerland has an opportunity to upset Finland. And I say that after Finland's played one game. Like, what do I know? I think there's an opportunity there, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
thank
Did I
you
say
so
Sweden or
much.
Switzerland? I meant Switzerland. If I said Sweden, I'm sorry. I meant Switzerland has an opportunity to upset Finland. That's what I wanted to
I
say.
think you said Switzerland.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato,
Right now.
tomato.
Also,
Hey.
Julia, someone loves your hair and Buckles. Your eyebrows look incredible. I haven't gotten anything yet, so I just
No,
think
that
they're a
can't
little
be
better
true.
than
Weird.
That
Great.
can't be
Chat-
true.
Tessa, you
chat
look like
must
you
be
have two
broken.
children and are running on
Tessa
5 hours sleep.
looks pretty.
Accurate.
That's weird. There's nothing that's coming yet. It must have gone to the junk mail.
No, I
Yeah.
wrote Tessa looks pretty, please.
Yeah, you wrote that. Thanks, Julia.
And so does Courtney Kennedy
Um,
behind you. Every once in a while, we're just like talking about hockey, and then I look at the screen and I'm like, look at Courtney Kennedy behind Tessa. I just love it.
Yeah.
She's always there.
What a beauty.
Buckles, did you have a favorite moment from momenting ceremonies since we didn't get a chance to talk to you about it?
I honestly, there was so much to take in. And I loved the reception that Canada got. I loved
Yes.
the cheers. That fired me up. And I mean, I think Tessa already touched on this, but Mariah Carey, come
Yeah.
on now. It's not even Christmas time and she's
I
out.
blew our chat
Like-
up. I was losing it.
I
What
know.
did you say? She better. What song did you want her to sing?
Obsessed,
Obsessed. Yeah.
obviously.
It
It's
must
a
be hard
shame
for her
that
though,
we missed
because
on
it's
that.
like I want her to sing "All I Want for Christmas Is You," even though it's February 7th. Like,
But imagine she did. That venue would have popped off. Like, what a
Right?
freaking party. Opportunity missed, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I love Andrea
Yeah.
Bocelli too, not just because
Yeah,
of the
dude,
Kardashians.
whoa.
Beautiful.
Had to listen to
Beautiful.
him. Not had to. As a child, when my grandparents would throw it on at every holiday, I'd be like, really? More Andrea Bocelli? Like, what about Justin Bieber? But now I have a great appreciation for his work. I also really liked the dancing mocha cups on stage, that they were all different colors. I'm such a nona. I use that to make my coffee sometimes. So it's like, oh my gosh, there's my little mocha
Hilarious.
cups.
Go watch Coach Jackie's thing on the opening ceremonies, the commentary. It's hilarious.
Do we
I
have
loved
the
every
biggest
part of it.
creator crush of Coach Jackie? Like, on all,
Yeah.
like we mentioned
She's
her
great.
Seriously.
every show. Like,
Seriously.
we just love Coach Jackie so much. It's actually the best. Okay, Buckles. We'll see you. Next live show is Monday. So we'll see you
We'll
then.
see you guys then.
We'll probably talk
We'll see
before that.
everybody on Monday.
Yeah, what a great day of action. Like I said, the next live shows will be on Monday, but more Olympic hockey action tomorrow. France, Sweden, early morning game on Sunday, 6:10 a.m. Eastern time. Czechia, Finland
Huge.
at 3:10
Huge.
p.m. That is a big game.
Czechia better
Everyone,
have their best game, everybody.
yeah. Do you have any predictions for that one, Tessa?
No, I'm just
It's hard with Finland only having played one game, and I agree
Yeah.
with what you and Flo said. Like, it did not look like Finland missed a step with whatever injury or illness they were kicked with.
they didn't look like they were depleted. I'm sure there was a player or two that were, and everyone else just quarantined for safety.
Yeah, it seems like they did a really good job of
Yeah.
keeping that all under control. So
Yeah.
shout out to everybody who was involved there. We got healthy Olympics. We got players on the ice. We got games being played. Like I said, next live shows are Monday, Japan, Italy, early morning, Germany, France, Switzerland, USA, Canada versus Sweden. And then Tess and I will come up live right here on the PWHL's YouTube page to keep breaking down all this fun with all of you. Thank you very much to Shark Ninja for sponsoring Jocks and Jills. Our ride or dies, from the Ninja Crispy to the air, to the hair utensils. You guys know. I've been doing too much talking today, but I'm just gonna stop talking. But I love Shark Ninja so much. I'm looking at the vacuum in the corner of my room. We love all of you too. Make sure you follow Jocks and Jills across social media. Again, next live show is Monday. This will be up on the PWHL's YouTube page if you want to look at my hair, Buckle's eyebrows, or how pretty Tessa is. Again, after that, thanks to Founder and Ken's and Florence Schelling for hopping on. Love y'all. We'll talk on Monday.